All right, breaking news this week that Justin Verlander is heading back to the Tigers on a one-year deal that's got everybody buzzing around baseball and in Motown. Very exciting stuff because this isn't just another free agent signing. This is a narrative that honestly, it feels like a movie script written for a February hot stove season because, I mean, with the Scooble news, with everything else going on among the Tigers, I mean, this headline that 43-year-old three-time Cy Young Award winner and future Hall of Famer Verlander has agreed to a one-year, $13 million contract with the Tigers is music to our ears. It's music to my ears, at least. And that figure includes a bunch of deferred money starting in 2030. So it's even lighter on the books now than it actually sounds, because I think some people might go, well, Scooble, they offered him $19 million. Now they're giving Verlander $13 million, but it's not quite the way it's shaped up to be. And if you think about the bigger picture for a second, Verlander is coming home. This is the same guy Detroit drafted second overall in 2004. The same guy who grew into a superstar here, winning Rookie of the Year, the AL MVP, and Cy Young back in 2011. And so it's one of those unique full circle moments in baseball life, that everybody loves, particularly Tigers fans. But I want to talk honestly about the real stuff, because is this purely about his stats at age 43? I mean, last year with the Giants, he had a respectable 3.85 ERA over 29 starts. And he did finish stronger than he began, but it wasn't vintage Verlander all year. I mean, we know that for sure. I mean, he had some solid innings and had some leadership with real baseball juice, but I think on the surface, fans might say, is it about wins or is it about wins above replacement? Because what this really signals to me, from my view, is Detroit's intentions here. You add in the Tigers just signed Framber Valdez to a big multi-year deal, and that was right before the Scooble arbitration conclusion. And obviously they have Scooble coming back, and he's coming back off of back-to-back Cy Young seasons. And suddenly Detroit's rotation doesn't look good. It looks legit. It looks really, really good. And so I want to set the stage about this for a second, because you've got Scooble, he's the ace. We all know that, clear cut. Valdez is the dependable veteran lefty. He's a huge addition. You've got Jack Flaherty. He gives you legitimate mid-rotation firepower. And then you've got Casey Mize rounding it out. And so a lot of good pieces here. And now Verlander steps in there as that veteran presence who can eat innings, eat pressure, guide this staff through the grind of a 162-game season. I mean, that type of veteran presence can be huge for the roster. And that's where the clubhouse talk comes in. And I'm sure on talk shows, caller lines, maybe even Reddit threads, yes, Reddit, I see you, people are going two ways on this. Some say it's nostalgia. Some saying it's business savvy. But the real sweet spot, it's somewhere in between there. And what I mean is that Verlander brings credibility and experience that you just can't draft or develop overnight, especially to a team that's obviously very serious about championship aspirations. And so now I want to talk about the roster impact, because Verlander isn't going to the bullpen. He's slotting right into that rotation, likely as the veteran number 4, number 5 starter, eating innings and giving those high leverage arms a bit of room. And that rotation depth is huge because it lets Detroit manage workloads. They can handle injuries better. They can avoid the infamous, well, we don't have any starters left. And that's a season-crushing spiral. And also it gives A.J. Hinch real strategic flexibility. Health has been a theme this team has had to wrangle around, with Reese Olson out for the year after shoulder surgery. Those extra innings and stability are not just nice to have, but they're essential. Verlander's presence helps soften that blow and keeps this rotation from feeling shaky if somebody else falters. I want to get onto the big question here, because I think with all these moves, and now that the Scooble arbitration has come to a conclusion, The bold question now is playoff hopes. The Detroit Tigers have not won a World Series since 1984. Now, they've made progress recently, back-to-back playoff appearances, and a promising young group. But now with Verlander on board, I think this team is saying, we're not just here to make the postseason. We're here to compete once we get there. And that's a mental shift larger than any ERA number. And here's what I'm hearing from the analytics folks. Yes, Verlander's not going to be the ace of the staff Verlander from 2011 anymore. We know that. But he's a professional seventh inning guy in the rotation. That goes a long way in October. I love October baseball. There's nothing that warms my heart more in the fall than when I see the Tigers are playing in October. And when every bullpen is tired and every starter is worn down, the Tigers adding experience like that, that's playoff artillery. And so from my view, this isn't just a move. It's a statement. Detroit and Detroit's front office, for that matter, because they got this done, they're telling the division that they want the Central, telling the league they want some respect, and telling their fans that the rebuild is over and the rise is here. Now, Verlander, he's the storyteller, the mentor. And yeah, maybe the missing piece to get this franchise over the hump. It's going to be an exciting 2026 season. We can't wait for it. We're going to cover it. Keep it locked. You're listening to Midnight Sports Detroit.